this money, I need more. Give them a... I'm taking your...
It's week 11 of a by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs on Madden NFL 22.
Well, autumn starting to give way to the first hints of winter as we are at a chilly MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Russell Wilson. Of course, he won a Super Bowl on this very field back in 2014.
And it had to be especially sweet because no matter how much he plays it off with people like you and me, hearing all the time that a quarterback of his stature, less than 6 foot tall, could not win a Super Bowl, and he played a big role in getting that done, has to be sweet to him.
Now we don't have to talk about small quarterbacks as much.
No, not nearly as much. They still have more to prove, but Russell Wilson's kind of the patron saint for them now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Kansas City.
I'm coming. Everyone, 37's the night. Mike 37. Let him know.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick-6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 5 catches, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Now the first carry for at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll hand it off now. Williams. There's a nice move. And he works free. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After one, a 14-3 ball game. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken in at the 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. In your face.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Rocco switch. Rocco switch. Take over.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
79 Bronco. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Too late.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A dump off to Elliott.
so many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll find Williams on the slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's caught, Cooper. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they work this out past the 25.
Let's go.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So we've hit halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more? The New York offense taking. Got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think
under pressure, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
when they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
At the 20-yard line. Right. 4 down. Alert.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jets. Ezekiel Elliott his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. There's Wilson to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. You got to get the ball, D. Get the
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 3rd down, Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Come on, fellas.
Back now here on EA Sports. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. That one complete. Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Single.
19 light.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by David Long. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Tight end right.
Alert.
From the 38, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ortiz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. They've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Yeah, let's go sack.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
No problem for me.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
We got 4.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Wilson going to throw for it. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, 4 down.
Check smash. Check smash. Check 6 guys. Kill, kill, kill.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Tight right, tight right.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
He'll find Williams on the slant. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.